Welcome back to the deep dive. Ugh. Can barely muster the enthusiasm today.
Yeah, deep dive. More like deep despair over here.
Seriously, it's like the universe is out to get me.
Oh, yeah.
Woke up late, alarm didn't even go off. Turns out my phone decided to update
Uh-oh.
and completely drain the battery.
Ah, that's rough. But you know what's worse?
What could be worse than a dead phone?
Dead phone's one thing, but try being stuck in traffic because some overly enthusiastic protesters,
Protesters?
yeah, decided to block the freeway.
Oh no.
Full-on standstill for an hour.
Okay, that's pretty bad. But at least you weren't in line at the coffee shop when the power went out.
Haha, you too.
Yep, talk about a Monday morning meltdown. And then of course the bus was late.
Ugh, I thought I was gonna lose it waiting for that bus. And then get this, someone sat next to me and ate the most pungent tuna sandwich I have ever encountered.
You win. That's officially worse than burnt coffee.
You know, it's almost as bad as this election. Speaking of, did you see this CBS News article?
Let me guess. More bad news.
It says over 75 million Americans have already voted early.
Huh. Maybe they're just trying to escape the stress, like fleeing a sinking ship. Can you blame them? I feel like I'm going to need therapy after reading these headlines.
I hear you. Did you see the part about John Deaton?
John Deaton.
He's challenging Elizabeth Warren in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about a long shot, like trying to swim upstream in a hurricane.
Reminds me of my attempt to fix the garbage disposal this morning.
What happened?
Oh, that's nothing compared to my attempt to assemble a bookshelf
Yeah.
from a certain Swedish furniture company.
Ooh. Those are tricky.
You know those instructions? No words, just cryptic diagrams.
Yeah.
It's like trying to decipher ancient hieroglyphics.
Speaking of cryptic, did you catch what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is saying about fluoride?
Don't even get me started. My brain can only handle so much absurdity in one day. Like, honestly, can't we just have nice things?
What do you mean?
Like a functioning government, a decent cup of coffee, a world that doesn't feel like it's about to implode.
And a bus that smells like lavender instead of tuna.
Exactly. Is that really too much to ask?
You think a cryptic bookshelf is bad? You should see my inbox. It's like a digital dumpster fire. Hundreds of emails, all demanding immediate attention.
Tell me about it. My inbox is overflowing too. And the worst part is, half of them are just spam. Like, who needs another limited time offer on something they never wanted in the first place?
Right. It's like they're trying to sell you anxiety, along with that miracle wrinkle cream. Speaking of anxiety, this article mentions that more Republicans voted early in person,
Oh, really?
while more Democrats voted by mail.
Maybe Republicans are just more eager to get it over with. Like ripping off a bandage. You know, that whole short-term pain for long-term gain mentality. Speaking of short-term pain, I think I pulled a muscle trying to carry all my groceries up the stairs.
You think that's pain? I spent an hour on hold with my internet provider, only to be told there's an outage in my area.
What? Why?
Apparently a squirrel chewed through a cable.
A squirrel, come on.
I swear, it's true. The customer service rep even sent me a picture. This tiny little rodent perched on top of a pile of chewed-up wires, looking all innocent.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. But still, I think my aching muscles take the cake. It's like my entire body is staging a protest
Yeah.
against the general state of the world.
I hear you. My back is killing me from sitting at my desk all day, trying to make sense of this election. Did you see the part about Trump? Claiming someone would have to shoot through fake news to get to him?
Yeah, I saw that. It's like every day there's a new headline that makes you question the fabric of reality.
And speaking of questioning reality, did you catch the bit about Oprah endorsing Harris?
Oprah. Really? I wonder if she gives out free cars to everyone who votes for her candidate.
That would definitely boost voter turnout.
Right. I'd stand in line for hours for a free car,
Yeah.
even if it meant listening to another campaign speech.
But seriously, how is anyone supposed to stay informed and engaged with all this noise? It's like trying to have a rational conversation in a hurricane.
I know, right? I feel like I'm drowning in a sea of misinformation, conspiracy theories, and attack ads.
And to top it off, the APA poll says 69% of voters find this election stressful. It's official. This election is hazardous to our health.
Tell me about it. I think my blood pressure has gone up 10 points just reading this article.
Maybe we should just take a break from all this doom and gloom. What do you say we order some pizza and watch a mindless reality TV show?
Now you're talking. Though knowing my luck, the pizza guy will probably get lost, and the TV will break.
There's that optimism.
Hey, I'm trying here, but it's hard to stay positive when the world feels like it's falling apart.
I get it. But hey, at least we have each other to commiserate with. Misery loves company, right?
That's true. And who knows, maybe tomorrow will be better, or at least slightly less disastrous.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow a giant meteor will hit the Earth and put us all out of our misery.
Don't tempt fate. Besides, knowing my luck, I'd be the only one who survives. Stuck on a post-apocalyptic planet with nothing but cockroaches and that tuna sandwich guy for company.
Ugh, don't remind me. This whole election feels a bit apocalyptic, don't you think? Like we're teetering on the edge of something big.
It's definitely intense. And did you see that thing about federal monitors not being allowed in Texas polling locations?
Seriously,
What's that all about?
that's concerning. Makes you wonder what they're trying to hide. Reminds me of when I tried to hide that broken vase from my mom when I was a kid. Spoiler alert, it didn't end well.
I'm sensing a pattern here. Maybe you should just stay away from fragile objects during election season.
Good point. I'll stick to bubble wrap and stress balls. Speaking of stress, this article says Harris is actually leading in Iowa.
Iowa, wow. Didn't see that coming. It's like finding a $20 bill in your old jeans. A rare glimmer of hope in this sea of despair.
Yeah, maybe. But then you remember those fake videos circulating online? The ones the FBI had to debunk? It's like someone's actively trying to sabotage our sanity.
Right. It's enough to make you want to retreat to a secluded cabin in the woods and disconnect from the world entirely.
And then you realize your phone's dead. You have no internet, and you're surrounded by rabid squirrels.
You're not wrong. Okay, maybe the cabin in the woods isn't such a great idea.
Maybe we just need a good laugh. Remember that Harrison Ford endorsement of Harris? I bet he'd be a great campaign manager. Vote for my candidate or I'll blast you with the Millennium Falcon.
Now that a campaign slogan I can get behind.
Right. See? We can find humor in the darkness. Maybe that's the key to surviving this election, laughing in the face of absurdity.
I'll drink to that, as long as it's not coffee.
Yeah.
Or anything I have to carry up the stairs.
Agreed. So, folks, that was our slightly unhinged, definitely grumpy, but hopefully somewhat entertaining deep dive into the final days of the 2024 election.
And the shared misery of our very bad days. We didn't exactly solve any major world problems, but hey, at least we got to vent and laugh a little.
If you managed to glean any useful information from our ramblings, consider it a bonus.
And if not, well, at least we're all in this together.
Remember to vote, folks, even if it's just to get this whole thing over with. And try to stay positive, or at least avoid rogue squirrels and broken vases.
And tuna sandwiches on public transportation.
We'll see you next time, hopefully with better moods and fewer mishaps.
Fingers crossed.